Now, as we look at this week's edition of the Red Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Jey Uso got knocked out after Raw, a WWE title change goes down before Raw, released WWE name joining OnlyFans, BECKY getting married, a major WWE return incoming, the new Judgment Day member revealed, Ric Flair denies cancer claims, and much more. Now, as always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good, as number 1, Paul Heyman shines. Must be that tan. Now, Raw kicked off with an intense promo from Paul Heyman. Heyman would interrupt World Champion Jey Uso, and Heyman offered some much needed insight into why he turned on Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Now, Heyman delivered some of his finest work in recent memory. He explained that turning on Reigns and Punk was the right call and was completely justified. Both of his respective reasons were logical and easy to follow. This is the exact type of motivation that is lacking from the current John Cena heel turn. It's always appreciated when WWE explores the logic and reasoning for a heel turn to make sure that fans can follow it. Number 2, Jey Uso vs Seth Rollins. Now, following the opening promo between Jey Uso and Seth Rollins, it looked like WWE was shifting gears away from Jey vs Logan Paul to Jey vs Rollins. The two would collide for the world title in the main event slot of the show, and the match was one of Jey's greatest matches. Rollins once again brought the best out of Jey, and the match was a PLE quality match. Whilst we didn't get a clean finish, we did get a huge match in the main event of the show, which was badly needed. CM Punk also made his grand return to WWE television in the match itself. This was a nice surprise, as Punk had stated that he'd be missing another week of television, but evidently he was trying to keep his return under wraps. Number 3, Sheamus returns. Now, at last, Sheamus is back on Raw. Fans have been wondering where on earth Sheamus has been, and now he's back in his babyface role. The former WWE champion received a huge reaction from the crowd, and hopefully we are back to having Sheamus showcased in featured matches each week on the Red Brand. Number 4, Promo Masterclasses. The 2 key matches for Backlash were actually given significant promo time on Raw. The Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch promo exchange was tremendous, and Valkyria managed to hold her own against Lynch, which is extremely hard to do. Additionally, the Gunther and Pat McAfee promo exchange was well executed, and both men managed to up the intensity ahead of their showdown at Backlash this coming weekend. Number 5, Rusev Crush. Rusev had his first match since returning to WWE, defeating Otis in the process. The match was a great showcase for the former US champion, and WWE are presenting him as a monster heel. It'd be welcomed if Rusev received a meaningful feud sooner rather than later, and with Sheamus back on television, a Rusev vs Sheamus program would be perfect for the summer months. That was good. What about the bad? Is number 1, pull the trigger. WWE once again are planting the seeds for Austin Theory to turn on Grayson Waller. The issues between the two was a key theme during their segment, as well as Theory's match versus Sheamus. WWE have been teasing this for close to a year now, and the fans are slowly losing interest at all. Either do it or don't. Number 2, 5-match PLE match card. Well, one of the issues with the Triple H era is the obsession with 5 matches on a PLE card. There are so many matches that could be added to Backlash, such as Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez and Julia, and these aren't even being built up on television. It's unclear if the 5-match format is a TKO call, however it would be welcome to see the feuds on TV make it onto the PLE match card for a definitive conclusive payoff. Number 3, where is Cena? Both John Cena and Randy Orton weren't present on the show last night. This is disappointing, especially because this is the biggest match on the Backlash card this Saturday. While Cena's dates are limited, WWE could have easily had Orton on the show or even had the two engage in some pre-recorded content. It's just not on to have neither of them present on the go-home episode of Raw. There was nothing downright ugly on the show, as WWE did a solid job building up key matches for Backlash, and the only true low point was a lack of Cena and Randy Orton ahead of the PLE this weekend. What do you guys think of the Red Brand this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at what happened after Raw. Now, our top story today takes a look at a major angle that went down following last night's Raw. It appeared based on Raw that WWE were moving away from the idea of Logan Paul challenging for the world title. However, the show was a red herring, as after Raw, Paul appeared in the crowd with a hoodie on and knocked out world champion Jey Uso. A footage of this was seen on WWE social media channels, and naturally, due to the names involved, it's received a lot of attention. The fans were hoping that WWE had dropped the idea of Paul being a main eventer, however, they clearly want to see Paul in that upper echelon role. Now, as things stand, the match isn't set for Backlash this weekend, and it's unlikely to be added now that 5 matches are confirmed for the show. The current card features John Cena vs Randy Orton for the WWE title, Lyra Valkyria vs Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title, thank you AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio vs Penta for the IC title, Pat McAfee vs Gunther, and Jacob Fatu vs LA Knight vs Drew McIntyre vs Damian Priest for the US title. Now, in relation to when Jay vs Logan Paul will go down, Saturday night's main event is a probable destination. The show is set for 2 weeks after this Saturday's Backlash, and currently the only thing set for the show is an appearance from current WWE Champion John Cena. Next up, a WWE title change goes down before Raw. And the following news does contain a significant spoiler for the WWE Speed title, so if you're one of the 3 people that watch it, well, you might want to go to the next story. The WWE held a taping for WWE Speed before Raw, and now El Grande Americano defeated Dragon Lee to become the new champion. WWE evidently aren't giving up on the Americano character, and he is now the 4th holder of the WWE Speed Championship, joining Ricochet, Andrade, and the aforementioned Lee. Just a damn shame that he's managed to get a singles championship before Chad Gable did. Total injustice. Next up, Ric Flair denies cancer claims. There was concern on social media yesterday for wrestling legend Ric Flair. Flair's son-in-law Conrad Thompson claimed that he had undergone a procedure to remove skin cancer from his forehead. Flair has now directly addressed these claims on social media, and thankfully Flair claims that he doesn't have cancer and he hasn't had a procedure done. I'm sorry people have been misled by social media, but I don't have cancer of any kind. Thank you for your concerns and for everyone reaching out. I'm absolutely fine, and unfortunately you'll have to live and put up with me for another 25 years. Well, it's unclear why Conrad claimed this, but nevertheless, we're thankful that Flair appears to be in good health. Next up, a WWE star re-signs. And despite WWE making cuts recently, the company has officially managed to keep one key name under contract. WWE and former Women's United States Champion Chelsea Green has agreed to a contract extension. Fightful are reporting that Green recently signed a new contract with WWE, and it's a multi-year deal, but the exact length of the contract has not been disclosed. Green has been a major standout since her WWE return, and some fans even claim that she's one of Triple H's best rehires. Next up, Becky Lynch addresses the Becky Hogan meme. Now, in recent months, WWE fans have coined the phrase Becky Hogan for Becky Lynch. This comes from the idea that Lynch politics herself into favorable positions. Lynch was asked directly on the Raw Recap show what her thoughts on the meme were, and she didn't hold back. My face that's already been through hell. My nose isn't perfectly straight anymore, my shoulders popping out, I've got scars all over my arms. All of this from everything I've given to this industry. People go around and compare me to the scummiest person on earth after everything I've done for them. So now I'm the bad guy. I'm supposed to sit here and take it even though I haven't done anything wrong? I broke through the glass ceiling. I changed the game. Now, the comments have clearly hit a nerve, and comparing any talent to Hogan in 2025 just isn't right. So it's easy to see why this would upset the former women's champion. Next up, a release name joining OnlyFans. Could a released WWE star be joining OnlyFans? Well, the recently released Cora Jade is rumored to be joining the platform, as she replied, "Stay tuned, honey," when Indy Hartwell tweeted about her joining the popular site. There are screenshots circulating of a profile featuring Jade's picture, but whether it is her real profile has yet to be confirmed. And no, my wife won't allow me to research that. Next up, huge congratulations to Big E. Congratulations to Big E, who took to Instagram yesterday to announce his engagement. The former WWE champion shared pictures of the engagement ring and of himself and Chris Yim, the sister of SmackDown star Michin. Tons of WWE talent, both past and present, were quick to share their warm messages, and it's evident that Big E is one of the most beloved pro wrestlers in recent memory, and we're wishing all the best for the couple. Next up is a major WWE return incoming. Could a significant WWE return be on the horizon? Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer, WWE are interested in once again working with Ronda Rousey. Alvarez states that if Rousey returns, it could lead to WWE re-signing the recently released Shayna Baszler. WWE does still want to do something with Ronda Rousey. Shayna Baszler obviously retired Ronda Rousey, or at least her last match in WWE, so I cannot say that there's no chance we'll never see Shayna Baszler again. I cannot say we'll never see Shayna again, because if WWE makes a deal with Ronda, and Ronda wants Shayna back, she'll be back. Rousey's had 2 respective runs in WWE. Her initial run was well received, whilst her second run unfortunately failed to deliver and ultimately left a lot to be desired. WWE bringing back Rousey after releasing so many women in the division would be a questionable move, but this is a 2025 WWE we're talking about, so anything is possible. Finally, has a new Judgment Day member been revealed? Now, our final story today takes a look at a potential tease for a new member of the Judgment Day faction. On Raw last night, Finn Balor was caught at a distance talking to Roxanne Perez backstage. Are WWE teasing that Perez could be a new addition to the group? And could this be a sign that Liv Morgan is getting set to exit the faction? Morgan is currently off WWE television filming a new movie, and her absence is likely to be the cause of dissension within the group in the coming weeks on Raw.